Hello guys, my name is Srinivas Rao. I am a Python trainer. I have 20 years of experience in both the teaching as well as in project experience. In previous video session, we discussed about functions. What are functions? What are different types of functions? Built-in functions, user-defined functions. How to create user-defined functions by using def keyword. What are input parameters? What are arguments? How it will pass arguments to the when you call function. How arguments are passed to the parameters? What are different types of arguments? Default arguments, variable length arguments, positional arguments, keyword arguments we had discussed in the previous session. And in this session we will discussing about recursive function. So, what is recursive function? A recursive function is a function that call itself again and again. A function calling the same function again and again is called a recursive function. Example, what for example, I will go to PyCharm and for example, I will get one function def demo and here what I will do, I will say first for example, it will say start, print start, then I will call the same function inside the function, for example demo. See, this demo is the name of the same function and it is calling the same function, and what will you here? I will say print end, for example say print end. My function definition is done. Now, I will come out of the function, I will call the function, for example here I will say demo, calling the demo function. See, this line number 6 it is calling the demo function. So, from line number 6 it goes to it jumps to line number 2. It prints start. So, what I will do, I will go to pane, for example this is my memory. This is a memory or memory, this is memory. So, first it prints start, line number 2. When I call the function, it goes inside the function and what it prints? It prints start. So, here start will be printed here, start start, right. After printing start, it comes to line number 3. In line number 3 again it is calling the same function, means from line number 3 again it comes to line number 2. It comes to line number 2, again it prints start. After printing start, it comes to line number 3. It is calling the same function, means from line number 3 again it goes inside the function, that is line number 2, and again it prints start. So, it is printing on start because it will come to line number 3. From line number 3 again it goes inside the function, that is line number 2, it prints start, it comes to line number 3, it will call the same function. This is called recursion, calling the same function again and again. So, it is keep on printing start. It won't come to line number 4. It won't come to line number 4. It's keep on printing start. So, my memory will full of this statements. What? This start only. My memory is full of start. Just a minute. So, memory is full of start. It won't come to end. Why? Because when I call the same function at line number 4, again it goes to line number when you call function line number 3, again it goes to line number 2. So, it keep on calling the same function 2, 3, 2, 3. When you execute 3, it again goes to 2, it prints start. It comes to 3, it will call again a demo function. So, it will be start in everywhere. The memory is full of start only. Memory is full of start. It won't come to end. So, keep on printing starts. So, my memory is full now with start. After memory is full, you will get a runtime error. So, this is called a recursive function. Some problems can be solved by using a recursive function. Example, factorial. A recursive function is a function that calls itself again and again. calculating the factorial of a number is a repetitive activity. Okay. Keep on repeating this factorial function. First we will find out the factorial 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, it is a repetitive activity. Okay. In that case we can use this scenario, because this factorial is nothing but repetitive activity. We keep on repeating this factorial 5, factorial 4, factorial 3, factorial 2, factorial 1. Finally, you will get the factorial of the given number. Okay. We will see one example. We will see one example. For example, now what I will do? Now what I will do here? I will create one def my fact FNC. The name of the function is my fact FNC, and I will declare one input parameter called n. N is nothing but one input. For example, my input is 6, it should display 720. If my input is 5, it should display 120. It should if my input is 4, it should display 24. Okay. So, my n is my input. So, now I will come here, I will write one condition. What? If n double equals to 0, when n becomes 0, return 1, otherwise else. This is very important. Return n into factorial n minus 1, n into factorial function name is what is the function name? My fact 1 n minus 1. That is it, my program is done. Okay. My program is done. I will come here, I will come out with the function, I will call the function. Okay. So, result equals to, for example, result equals to my fact fun of 6, and I will come here, I will print res. I send one variable to this function with the argument 6. So, this output will store in res, and I am printing res, and we will see what is the output. The output is 720. Okay. For example, 5, I will give 5, factorial of 5, the factorial of 5 is 120. Next is 4, next is what? 4, factorial of 4 is 24. Yes. How it is working? Now we will see how this factorial, this recursive factorial is working. So, what I will do here? I will go here, I will make some boxes. Just a minute, just give me 1 minute. So, what I will do? I will give some boxes here 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 and 5. Yes, yes. Now, when I call this function, for example, 9, line number 9, main program starts from line number 9. So, when I call this function my fact function, okay, this 4 will pass to n. When I execute line number 9, what happens? This 4 will pass to n. N means the value of n is 4 now. The value of n is 4. Okay. So, what will we here? Here what I will do? Here I will pass n equals to 4. For example, I will come to paint, and here I will say n equals to 4. N equals to 4, right. Okay. Now I will come here, okay, n is 4. If n equal to 0, return 1. Okay. N equals 0, the condition is false, because mine is 4 now, because mine is 4. So, this condition is false. Which condition is false? This condition is false. If n double equals to 0, this is false, because mine is 4. So, the condition is false. The condition is false. It comes to else part. It will execute return n into my fact n minus 1. So, n is nothing but 4 into function name. What is the function name? My fact fun. Okay. Fn, what? N minus 1, it is nothing but 4 minus 1. 4 minus 1 is what? 3. So, now n becomes 3. So, here n becomes 3, n equals to 3 now. Now, again same thing, it comes to line number 3. If n equals to 0, if n double equals to 0. Again the condition is false. The condition is false. So, it comes to else part, it comes to n into my fact n minus 1, it comes here, n into my fact n minus 1, n is what? N is 3. So, 3 into my fact 1 n minus 1, it is nothing but 3 minus 1. So, 3 minus 1 2. So, n becomes 2 now. Okay. Now, n becomes 2, n equals to 2. Again same it comes to line number 3, if n double equals to 0, my n is 2. So, the condition is false, So, it comes to else part, condition is false, it comes to else part. Now, n into my fact n minus 1, what is n? N is 2. So, 2 into my fact fun 2 minus 1, 2 minus 1 is what? 1. Now, n becomes 1, n equals to 1. Now, again check the condition, if n double equals to 0, condition is false, because my n is 1 now. So, the condition is what? Condition is false. It comes to else part, n into my fact n minus 1. So, what is n? 1. 1 into my fact fun 1 minus 1, 1 minus 1 is 0, n becomes 0 now. So, now n becomes 0, right. It will come to line number 1, if n is 0, n double equal to 0, yes, the condition is true now, the condition is true. What it returns? What it returns? It returns 1 where the function is called. So, it returns 1, okay. So, it will not go else block, because the condition is true. What it returns? Return 1. So, it returns 1 where the function is called, means this will call here, this 1 will call here, means the value of my fact fun 0 is nothing but 1. So, it is 1 into 1, okay. It is what? 1 into 1, 1 into my fact fun of 0 is nothing but 1. So, 1 into 1 is 1. So, it returns 1 where the function is called. Now, the value of this is 1. Now, what happens? This value, this 1 will return where the function is called. So, it calls here, return 2 into my fact fun 1, 2 into 1. Now, it is what? 2 into 1. So, return 2 into 1 is nothing but return 2 into 1, 2 into 1 is nothing but 2, okay. Where it returns? Where the function is called. Again this function is called where this 2 will return there, this 2 will return here, okay. So, again return 3 into my fact 3 minus 1, the value of my fact 3 minus 1 is nothing but 2. So, 3 into 2, that is nothing but 6. So, it returns 6 where the function is called. So, this 6 will return here now where the function is called, 6 will return where the function is called. So, 6 will return here where the function is called. So, final, what is final? Return 4 into my fact 1, return return 4 into my fact fun 4 minus 1, it is nothing but 6 equals to final, it returns 24. So, when you run this program, it will return 24, right. Please here when you run this program, what is returning? It is returning 24. This is a process, of recursive function, right. Like that you can try for Fibonacci series by using recursive function. Please try that one, right. So, we are done with the recursive function. Next we will know what is lambda function. What is lambda? LAMBTA function. First we will see what is lambda function. We will create one program, we will write one program without a lambda, with lambda, then we will compare which one is easy, okay, which one is easy, how many lines of code we will have without lambda, with lambda, we will compare and we will write one example. Okay. So, first we will understand what is lambda function. Before going to lambda function, I want to explain you what are the advantage and disadvantage of recursive function. See, the advantages are by using recursive we can reduce the length of code and the readability of code improves due to code reduction, and it is mostly used for solving a complex problem. And some disadvantages there. One thing is we can't debug this. We can debug, but it is not easy. It is not easy to debug for recursive function, and the recursive function takes more memory and time for execution. That are the disadvantages of recursive function. Now, we will come to lambda function. What is lambda function? Anomalous function. Sometimes we need to define a function, declare a function without any name. Normally here, if I create one function by using def compulsory, we should give one name, right. See, for example, I want to create a function for adding two numbers. So, what will do? We will say def add numbers, and I will declare two input parameters, okay, and then I will write return n1 plus n2 is a logic, okay, and we will call the function add numbers, and I will give some 10, 20 arguments. So, this is name function, a function which has name, add numbers, and we create function by using def keyword. By using def keyword, we will create one function, right. Now, we will create another function, another type of function called lambda function, and lambda functions are called anonymous functions. Anonymous means no name functions, a function without a name, no name function is called anonymous function, or you can say lambda function. Sometimes we need to declare a function without any name. The nameless property function is called anonymous function, or you can say lambda function. The reason behind using anonymous function is for just for ready-made use, instant use, that is one time usage only. And when to use this one time usage, that we will discuss. Normal functions is declared using def function, just now an example, where anonymous function we declare by using lambda keyword. Here we see in this example, for this the name of the function is add numbers, and we use def keyword, but for lambda functions, no name functions, we use LMBTA, lambda keyword. Okay. So, normal function is declared by using def function, whereas anomalous function is declared by using lambda LMBD keyword. So, in opposite to normal function, a Python lambda function is single expression, but in lambda body we can expand with expression over multiple lines using parenthesis or multi-line string. Example, see, this is a syntax. The syntax is understanding syntax is very important. The syntax of lambda function is lambda, keyword lambda, okay, arguments, colon expression. Again I repeat, the syntax is lambda LMBTA, arguments, colon expression. This is a syntax of lambda function. Now, what we will do? We will do one example. When we define a function using lambda keyword, the code is very concise, very less code and more readability. The lambda function can any number of arguments, but returns only one value after the expression evaluation. You can have a number of arguments, but it return only one value. Now, what we will do? I will write one program by using normal function, not lambda, by using name normal function, by using a def keyword, and this function normal function, this function will convert one string into lowercase or uppercase, whatever, into uppercase or lowercase, will give uppercase, and also it will reverse, it will reverse. For example, name equals to, for example, I will say Rohit Sharma, for example. I will give in small case, Rohit Sharma, SHARMA. This is my string and my expected output. Expected output is AMRAHS, okay, then TIHOR, okay. It should convert to uppercase and it should reverse. That is my requirement. And for this, what I will do, I will create one normal function first. So, I will go to PyCharm here and I will create one function. For example, def str reverse upper, for example, upper. The name of the function is what? Str reverse upper, and in the brackets I will declare one variable called str, one input variable, input parameter. Okay. So, I will say result equals to str dot upper and str, otherwise what I will do, first I will reverse. So, I will say colon minus 1 dot upper. First I will reverse, this is reverse, colon, start number nothing, stop number nothing, negative indexing number, it will reverse, the string will reverse and will convert to uppercase, okay, and will say return res. Then I will declare one variable called my string name, my name equals to, for example, Rohit Sharma, for example. Okay. Right. Now, I will call this function. What function? Str reverse, and I will give my name here. I will pass my name and I will print this. Now, we will see what will be the output. The output is Rohit Sharma in reverse. See, this is my input. In small case, in lower case, it is Rohit Sharma. What happened? Output it reversed, and also it is converted to capital letters, right. This is with using normal function. Now, same requirement, what I will do? I will use lambda function. Okay. So, what I will do here? See, this many lines, how many lines total? Some 4 or 5 lines. Okay. I will comment this. Now, I will create a function using lambda. Okay. So, what we will do? The same function will convert to lambda, and what is the syntax of lambda? The syntax of lambda is lambda arguments colon expression. Okay. Arguments colon expression. So, I will come here lambda arguments, only one argument, only one input parameter, okay, and that is, for example, str colon expression. What is my expression? Str in square bracket colon minus 1 dot upper upper function. Done. Only one line of code. That is it. So concise, right? Here we have 5 lines of code, but here only one line. Now, what I will do? Here. I will enter, I will call this function, okay. I will call that function. So, I will assign to one variable now. For example, my result equals to lambda function, okay, and now I will print, I will call this my result, and brackets I will give what, this time I will give again, for example, Sachin, SACHIN Tendulkar, and I will print this. the main logic is only one line, this line, this one, lambda str colon, this is argument, and this is expression. Okay. Now we will see, we will run the program. Sachin Tendulkar, it is reversed, Sachin Tendulkar reversed. Okay. That is the difference between a normal function and lambda function. So concise, very short code. Okay, very short code. See here, lambda, this is lambda, argument, only one argument in our case, and this is expression, right. So, this is about lambda. Now, after learning lambda function, next function we will understand what is a filter function, filter function in Python. We will understand the concept, we will understand the syntax, and we will do some example. For example, what is filter function? In Python, the filter function is used to return the filtered value. It is used to return the filter value. We use this function to filter values based on some conditions. We will filter based on some conditions. See, we can write normal program, so we can do this logic, but we have one function called filter function. See, in this filter function, it passes two arguments, one is function and one is sequence type. Function can be any function, it can be normal lambda function also. So, function argument is responsible for performing condition checking, and sequence is nothing but can be any type, like for example, list, tuple or string also, So, you should pass in filter function what? A function for checking the condition and one more sequence type. So, what we will do? We will use filter function. In this function for condition checking, we will use a lambda function, because short code, comma, either list, other tuple or string. Okay. So, my requirement, for example, my list, we will take my list. My list contains some numbers, for example, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 and 20. This is my list. Okay. I want to filter this, okay. Normal program you can also filter, but what we use? We use filter function. So, filter function in this two arguments it pass what? One is function and one is sequence type, okay, right. So, what I do in function, I will create a lambda function. So, I will say lambda argument, for example, x, expression x percentage, because I want to filter all the even numbers. So, I will say x percentage to double equals to 0, this is my expression, comma my list, okay, LMBTA, comma what? Sequence type, this is function, first argument is function. What is second argument? Second arguments can be either any sequence type. So, my sequence type is what here? My list, done, my program is done. Now, I want to display in the list. So, what I will do? I will convert everything in list. We can convert, we have one constructor called list constructor. By converting, by using this list constructor, I can, so what I will do? I will convert to a list constructor. So, I will put everything in the brackets and I will assign to one variable, for example, res equals to list constructor filter lambda function comma sequence type. Now, this is lambda function. So, what is lambda function syntax? Again, argument expression, this is the syntax of lambda function. And what is the syntax of filter function? A function comma a sequence type, that is list, and I converted to everything into a list constructor. By using list constructor, everything convert to list. I will store in res variable. Now, what will do? I will print res and we will check the output. Now, we will check the output. It is displaying 2, 4, 6, 8, 12, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. We filtered by using filter function using lambda. Suppose I want to filter odd numbers. So, what will be here? I will say not equal to 0, that is it. Now, when I run this, it will display all the odd numbers. This is called filter function. Okay. Next there is one more function called map function. Next there is one function called map function. Now, what is map function? Map function is used to apply some functionality for every element. Okay. For every, we will apply some functionality for each element of the sequence type, either list or the tuple or whatever, and generate a new series with the required modification. Okay. My input will be one list and my expert would be some functionality on each item. Example, what I will do? I will take same thing for example, same list. Now, my expert output should be multiple 5 of each item. Multiple of 5 each item means my output should be 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45 and last one is 50. This is my expected output. Each item should be multiplied by 5, multiples of 5 of each item. That is my requirement. So, what I will do? I can use this map function. Same thing map. Okay. See the syntax here. In Python, the map function is to apply some functionality for every element present in the given sequence and generate a new series with required modification. Okay. So, for every element present in the sequence, perform cube operation. We will do cube operation. Okay. We will do cube operation on each item and generate a new cube list. So, the syntax is here what same like filter function, 2 arguments, one is function. So, what I will do? I will create one lambda function here and sequence type, it can be a string, it can be a list, it can be a tuple. Okay, right. So, what is my expected output? My expected output is 1 cube, 2 cube, 3 cube, 4 cube, 5 cube until 10 cube. So, map function and 2 arguments here lambda, that is function, argument x colon expression x to the power of 3, exponent operator 3 and comma sequence type, that is my list. Done and I will convert to a list now. So, if you want to convert the list, so we use a list constructor and I will store in one variable for example, res will take res equals to list constructor map lambda function expression arguments colon expression comma sequence type, and then what I will do? I will print res. Okay. Now we will see the output. 1 square, 2 square, 1 cube, 2 cube, 3 cube, 4 cube, 5 cube, 6 cube, 7 cube, 8 cube, 9 cube and finally, we got 10 cube. So, this is by using map function. So, all the concepts of functions is finished, and in next video session we will be discussing about modules. What are modules? And modules functions and modules are very important, because in coming sessions, coming classes, any projects will use modules and functions and classes. Okay. That classes will be discussing in object-oriented programming. So, functions topics are finished. Okay. If you like this video, please click on like button and share our channel. Thank you very much.